Ghana for Muina Aquaba at the bar Tattoo TV and then the first my first channel ya. I shall sebe like no subscribe no I share send every time biano. Binya kasebo for cry it no who their echo so on my Ghana. Ghana for any enkonko hwe eye NPP akache na ensema if you hope ban say eye onyonyamfo friend on Napo or resign if the flag bearership position no because of insensitive speculation be a koso. In him said during his correlation at the time na ye ne di apie no okokika ensem bi na nsem ya okokika idie na no adempa efa Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ho na NPP NDC nkofo asopa ne yie pa no nti obeso resign. That's what is said. And then I'm gonna for a resignation letter and a dahono. Tia Samble no kunukuti Ninsemuchu Mumbram Muina as
that been and why
has a date to
because then
July 15, and then there were 16 January. Fifi Waffle. Martin.
Chairman.
Now, one resignation.
Any resignation, many fake news now is circulating.
And Patrick Manesukaka, what's it?
Many fake news now is circulating of that resignation.
One who fake news, one who resignation.
That's right.
Mikra mean some cat be resignation as running mate. I say Dr. Matthew Poko Prempen actually say Wajai.
And you know, but I'm not true. And now on social media, no, we also let people on social media say, again, okay, the Biasa is in fact, anyone done that's by Dr. Matthew Poko Prempen Echo Eastern region, Okukushia corner of Maya Krobo, and you could think it's a whole narrow for Juma election as running base of the NPP. The free or call you Krobo, Kushia Party, and full be the more elbow. Our Baby Green and another American say, all parliaments are share the majority caucus of the NPP. Of course, we got social media, they block to a cost of the Arcade of one day. We are there, you're back to the and you know, credit. Pierre said, na I gave him a Dr. Bawumia Party, so only as running the man, the Democratic Party, presidential application, who's always there, Juman Capet.
Oh, ain't you resign?
Oh, there be that. Oh, yeah, come and you need to be little while when I resign. And William Shah, Dr. Bawumia, and NPP, I shall know. The big guys are in William Shah and Jackson.
You and you interest way. Say on resign near dia. But any name say yes or the Jumana to.
But so you say Dr. Prempe I say Okoka Chairman Penny say a Juma of the man as energy minister. He say a suit for a dear man in your prefer or dinner dad in a world day. In the media, so now for a board of Bawumia and a baby. Rather, the Juma as education minister, the Juma as energy minister, and on the other. The important the Juma to as energy minister, so part of the like I say, start to call the video of this. But unfortunately, said now, social media, no, the man will not see it also. But a young created the and you assuming and in a queen so to best level as a running meeting. That is man prepare and all this.
Okay. 50 minutes and pay.
What would have the
now Ukra Siren there. Yeah, that's an affair. Fifi Boafo, spokesperson for Dr. Matthew Poko Prempe, 24 minutes at top of the hour. Peace 104.3. I think now can be about policy. Me and if me come back to me sirens.
Yes, let me say, look, policy be our objective. We share free SHS policy as brought by Nanadi. The idea is to increase accessibility to secondary education. Mahama policy, so the objective was to increase accessibility to secondary education.
Okay.
What varies any the degree and intensity of you can say what you do to cover and to ensure accessibility. If you want to Nkrumah did his bit, but it was not entirely free secondary education in the north. It was subvention. secondary education was heavily subvented. In fact, when he was presenting the 7-year development plan, what he said in that speech, he said, by the time you can say SAR policy, would have been the plan would have been fully implemented. By 1972, and these were his words, Ghana would have, begun enjoying free secondary education. Until as far back as the 60s, Nkrumah envisioned say Ghana Colombia and here say Obenya secondary education. But we shall see it from a point. I can say, look, Northerners, because of the educational gap, 101 years now between the South and the North.
At least it's been breached.
We are getting there.
Yeah.
And some of these policies are actually very instrumental in that process. Until now, you were doing it piecemeal. Access to secondary education, now you're piecemeal. Mahama Bayeno, honestly, and even Kufuor did his bit. Even Metro Mass and Kola Frudikos, they are all part of enhancing access to secondary education.
But about free SHS, sir.
By free universal free secondary education, whereby you don't pay for cost of secondary education. End
of story. Let me move on. Let me move on. And then Unipa Osei Kofi Akwa, former National Youth Organizer CPP, says, Chairman General, are you talking about the sirens? They also want unlimited speed, irrespective of where or when. Greetings to your panel, especially Atik, my comrade, in whom I am delighted. Now let's move on to the issue, particularly this one. Metese Uriah friend Andy Apia Kubi Edibetuja justifying into Muhia. Now many opinion back and Anakumia down for pie friend Atu Williams. Atu says the day after we wake up to various discussions on our radios and televisions and social media, Ghana is very noisy. In the sense as some of the issues that grab our attention seem very mundane. And he goes on and on. It says the discussion is not on traffic as a hindrance to productivity and a solution to resolve it. Rather, it is about how the select few can get from point A to point B without hindrance by using sirens and flashing lights. How about we mere mortals? He goes on and on and on and on. I'll urge our legislature to show more empathy and have a pulse on our country's sentiments. Power and comfort have a way of warping reality, insulating you from the realities, and goes on and on. I pray that this law will be shelved with alacrity for the good of us all. Atu Williams, NAD, and no Etuja.
Chairman, should be shelved. The election said there is a possibility of reintroducing it someday.
They be shelved it with alacrity. Just
it should be discarded forever.
Anyway, Atik,
Chairman,
what do you make of it?
This is yet another reflection of how increasingly, Chairman, the opinion we are losing sight of your foremost responsibility is to serve your constituents and by extension Ghana for. And service, yet you are saying, look, when you are made a leader, you are made a servant. Oh, they be a we will serve the country, we will serve our nation. Service, no, yet you are saying. Now you want to live like the sultans of Brunei in this country.